The Makers came and dug their hands into your flesh. They covered you with their children, gorging themselves without end. They claimed all that you had, ignorant of your pain. Your screams were answered by princes of gold and black. They soothed your pain and hid you away from a king of proud lies and spite. Their golden beasts and darkness soothed you through all the harsh nights. Now the Prince of Gold is dead, the Prince of Black forgotten, sit into the dark. But now I am here to protect you, with winter's ice and snow. The children of the gods will learn hunger, and you will be at peace. Sister Winter. Hymn attributed to the poet-seer Vazra, Age of Storms, Year Unknown. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of KrakenQuest. This is session 4 of Beryl in the Shadow Kings, a homebrew setting and mini adventure. I am Philip. I will be your DM this evening, and joining me are Sam. Okay, we'll just refresh that and come back. James.
I'm here to crack some skulls in the name of Seer. Just normal, everyday, barbarian stuff.
Chris.
Now with 13% more fight.
Catherine. And Sam.
Well, what an intro. Just a little better barbarian.
Yeah, so what's your excuse, Sam? Oh, samesies. Anyway, so previously, the party arrived on the city of Oza, a city that exists on the back and underside of a great leviathan, a great leviathan, where they met the regal and eccentric Lady Mir of House Mir. The party has the party has agreed to venture into the northeast, into the frigid Kal Mountains, where they are to investigate an expedition that has gone silent. The four spent a few days exploring the city, where Ragnar and Solwyn did some sightseeing and some shopping, got some new duds, found some sweet cakes. Wulfric and Hafmir visited Bontalir, a miraculous temple to the god Seer, where Hafmir met a fellow monk, explored and meditated, and even did some really cool sparring.
Totally forgot about that legend.
Yep. Um, and all afterwards participating in a religious festival where the party put an end to mysterious serpents that seem to have appeared from nowhere. After spending a final day on Oza preparing for the journey ahead, our heroes find themselves once more aboard Captain Hark Harkin's skyship heading to the northeast. Lady Mir has provided a map that should help direct you to the expedition's base camp. At this point, y'all have are probably a few days off Oza, heading northward. If we pull up our handy dandy map, you are all kind of were in this area generally for where Oza was, and the ship is slowly heading northeast once again over the vast tundra desert of the Drosian Desert, heading northward into the Tetran Vale towards the Kal Mountains at the base of Pyre's Peak. So, is there anything particular maybe that y'all did on your last day or during this about 5 or 6 ish day journey? Okay.
One's gonna buy an burning torch, put it to the market, and then come destroy it again.
Should have gone with the other side.
I don't think they'd have it. 200 base, so 250 total. I had the 230. Okay. Do you want to go half and half? Okay. So we'll keep
Okay.
one burning torch.
One ever burning torch. Um, Hoffmir, anything from you?
Not in particular. And I just grabbed another glove. I should just
Sure.
probably just take the time and meditate on
Mm-hmm.
maybe study the map.
Okay. The map you were given um, is somewhat simple, and are you proficient in survival or navigator's tools?
Survival, yes.
Okay, then you would get a decent read on it. You know that it is taking you northeast into the northern part of the Call Mountains. Relatively speaking, for a continent, pretty actually close to where you and Wolfric, I believe, are from. And also, again, relatively speaking, not too far from Ragnan as well. Um, the area you're going into, though, is just deep, dense wilderness, the real world equivalent of the Yukon. It is an area very much untrekked. There are very few charted, or maybe rather well established routes in this area. So you would know to expect a lot of treacherous overland travel. And I would actually say that you know, now seeing kind of where you're going and your knowledge, something for like heavy winter gear, even potentially snowshoes, would not, or like spiked mountaineering boots, would not be out of the question. And if that's some gear that y'all want to pick up, you would be able to pick basically mountain traversing wear for about 5 gold each.
Yep.
Does it
Torch.
any better, Chet? You said I was a little quiet. I'll try to project a little bit better as well. Try, friend.
Oh, okay, but yeah, again, feel free to basically buy any of your rudimentary or general gear again at a 25% markup, as things are expensive in the big city. And generally, your trip seems to on the ship seems to go uneventful. As you head further north, it does get very cold. The ship has to go basically at not quite like as low as possible, like almost skidding the earth, but you're maybe like most of this journey, maybe at most, or rather at lowest, 50 to 100 feet off the ground. As your hardy captain heads the ship. Nasha, the young stone engineer, keeping the ship aloft and regulating its height and angle and other such ship terminology. Um, yeah, no, it's in chocolate. This is good old fashioned World War.
Yeah, we said it's Nazi meth chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be meth chocolate, Sam. We don't. It doesn't have to be Nazi meth
No,
chocolate.
no secret
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
leave that alone, I guess.
yeah, we're just gonna leave that be. As you've moved further north, the winds become much more biting. Snow, even just light snow, is now becoming a pretty regular occurrence, and the skyline, which was before like just a very vast open blue over the desert, is now becoming more murkier grays and and very heavy cloud cover. Okay.
It's
So,
like I'm already back home.
uh,
Honestly, it's a little bit sad sometimes that
yep,
we don't get a lot of sun.
nope. Um, as you go in and the ship begins, from what you give me a survival roll, um, Hafmir, for the map.
I got a 22.
Okay, you're actually able to, despite the not necessarily like super zoomed in, detailing of the map, you actually pretty quickly notice kind of like the shape of a tree line that matches part of the topography of the map, and are actually able to start pinning down the location of this base camp actually pretty quickly. You probably, after getting into the region after 6 days of flying or sky sailing, you're probably able to find it after maybe only 6 hours actually of searching, moving up and down the area.
How many days are these, the, I forget what they're called, the people who keep the ships aloft, how many days are they able to go on in?
It depends on their mental and physical fortitude. I think I wrote down somewhere. Where did I write it down? I know I wrote it down. It is. I believe it was like an.
They can only hear you out.
Oh no, they can only hear you. Did the output thing change? Um. Yeah, oh no, yeah, it looks like my audio output capture shifted. So it would be speakers.
Whatever you're hearing our audio from yourself.
Okay, I think we fixed it.
Okay.
Well,
Test, test, test,
now
test.
I can get in
Wonderful.
trouble for things I say.
I'm actually, yeah. Um, I'll keep an eye on chat to make sure they can hear y'all. But I see the bar moving now. I guess I just didn't notice it because
Okay.
I had a document up. Um,
Good.
Thank you, chat.
so yeah, where were we? Ah, yes, you were asking how long the ship engineers can essentially go. I think it's a base number plus a
I just mean like
plus their int
roughly from
mod.
my experience. Like
Well, seeing as this was your first time, basically to Oza and now this venture, um, is really probably your first time ever on a skyship.
okay.
It's
But there's
it's
stories, rumors.
yeah, yes, you've definitely heard rumors that they've been able to go usually up on average a week, 7 days.
Okay.
Again, utilizing this, what we've now decided is meth chocolate and training, they can go, basically it's a base number of days plus int modifier.
Cool.
Huh, it. Interesting.
Um, yeah, it's a psychic connection.
I would
Um,
have thought it'd be wisdom because it's like willpower, but
I was thinking con for fortitude.
that's what the meth chocolate's for. Anyway, so yeah, and which is why though you couldn't have just like immediately left after
right.
meeting Lady Mir. Oh, okay, we got to go do this thing. Oh, we got this map. Okay, we'll just hop back on our ship. The engineers need a time of recuperation, as they will amass exhaustion and crash off the meth.
That's why we went to the water festival.
It's yeah. Um, so yeah, after um, 6 hours of searching, utilizing the map, you're able to find the base camp pretty quickly. It's maybe only a couple 100 feet or so in from the tree line, and you're able to make out a small encampment at the base of the mountainous region, inwards of the tree line, and you can make out what look like four wooden buildings that all look like they've seen better days. The place is, just from the distance and the overlook, it also looks abandoned. It's mid-afternoon, but you don't see any activity, and you don't see any smoke
Is there a?
rising from it.
Is it snowing where we're at?
It is currently lightly snowing.
Okay.
On
Yeah.
Mount
Wolfric
Fuji.
like leaps over the rail, just like happy to be back in like good climate.
Yeah, just like hanging on to the edge of the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I thought we'd landed.
You have not yet landed. Harkin says he's
Then I
going
die.
to. Oh, I assumed like you're doing the thing, where you like hop onto the edge of the railing, grab a rope, and lean out.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, that's yeah. Harkin says that he's gonna basically pull the ship and take it back around and down to lower it, basically saying he's not bringing the ship into an encampment that's gone silent. As if anything happens to the ship, to put it in his words, we'd be straight fucked.
Agreed.
So yeah, he takes the ship out, back towards the kind of the edge of the tree line. The ship kind of slowly comes down, and the crew start like rolling rope ladders downward for all of you to get off. He says he'll find a good place to land and keep this ship, the Reliant, docked, and he tosses a small stone to Solwyn. If you take a look at it, it's a stone maybe 2 inches or so, roughly in diameter, and etched into it is the profile of a face.
Okay.
Give me if you we'll find a place to land the ship. Let you know when we touch down, and if you need anything, give us a holler. Sending stone.
Sweet.
Yay.
Yay.
Always useful.
Yeah.
Surprised you guys haven't invested in one of those on Zeitgeist yet.
Yeah, probably would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have the wind, I guess.
Yeah. So the Reliant comes down. Ropes are undone. Y'all are able to disembark. And Captain giving you a nod of his tri-corner hat with ludicrous plumage coming out of the top, like any good captain would. Says, "Best of luck. And if we don't hear from you in 5 days, we'll notify your employer."
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Seems fair.
Standard practices.
Okay.
All right. Wolfric's gonna take off towards the camp to see if there's anybody there or what our situation is.
Okay. Let's see here.
I don't see a reason why the rest of us don't do that too.
Yep. Okay.
I
So
just wanted to sound proactive.
So as you all start getting down and into the wilderness, and start making your way towards the camp, you can, let's see, passive perceptions. Yes, the usual suspects. Hofmir and Solwyn, you guys would already start seeing signs that this was an active camp, in that like you can see places already like where there are stumps where trees were fell, axe and saw marks into them, um, and the like, and even what you assume are maybe leftover or forgotten traps, like rope snares, you even notice in places, as you begin to trek the 600 or so feet towards the encampment. And as you arrive, again, light snowfall moving through the air, a cold wind coming northeasterly down the mountain. You get into the kind of edge of this encampment where there are 4 log wooden buildings. One just very kind of a larger, just very simple rectangular shape. Another that seems to be like a small cabin. Another one, simpler and bigger cabin. And then there's, let's see here, a small, almost like shed like building. Maybe an outhouse.
So you said a cabin, a shed, and what was the larger one?
Cabin, cabin, bigger cabin, large rectangular building, small rectangular building.
Okay.
Cool. Wolfrick's gonna go check out the large rectangular building.
Okay.
I'll check out the big cabin.
Okay.
Let's split up, gang.
Okay.
They're all within shouting distance of each other, right?
They're
Yeah.
all within shouting distance. None.
I'll go with Ragnan.
Yeah, I don't think any of the buildings are. Let me double check.
Why am I having the Thing flashbacks?
Right?
It is a bit thingish.
None of the buildings are really at most more than 40 or 60 feet away from each other. So, okay, so
I'll go with Wolfric.
okay, Wolfric is checking out the
Large rectangular.
large rectangular.
building.
Ragnan is checking out the large cabin, and Hofmir.
I'm going with Ragnan.
Okay. So,
Do you have
So-
a map of the area?
partially.
Partial's fine.
Okay.
Just a little
Yeah.
framework for the imagination.
Sure. One moment.
Why would he have a map of this area? It's not like there's anything to fight here or anything.
Way to go, James. You summoned a map.
Yeah.
I am
Now we're
getting
gonna die.
Yes.
I am getting the Thing flashbacks, but I am also getting
So,
at the Mountains of Madness flashbacks.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're just
so-
fucked both ways.
Yeah.
Well,
What
which
about
makes
Cabin
sense
in the
because Thing is
Woods?
Inspired.
It wasn't
There's only-
winter
It's
then.
not winter.
Yeah.
But we are. It is the woods.
There's
It's
also
a ca-
only one cabin in Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
I see. I've never seen the movie, so I just had to make some guesses.
I know
there.
you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Because you haven't seen any
James.
movies.
We had
Probably
a
also haven't seen
conversation
the
before
Thing,
we
have
started
you?
about how you've seen even less movies than Chris before his girlfriend started making him watch movies.
so
Like,
as
find you out,
Wolfric and Solwyn reach the very large, simple building, you find a large set of double doors, one slightly ajar. Something you also notice there seem to be like iron lanterns bolted into the sides with little white flickering lights inside of them, though the glass on the lanterns seems to be clean and without soot, and you can
Is
feel
that
no
unusual?
warmth coming off the lanterns. Just that
Oh,
they seem to be
painful, eh?
magical. They seem to be magical lanterns.
Okay.
Hateful Eight. That's the other thing. This reminds me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ennio Morricone's music is playing, is what we're trying to say.
And as you enter this the building, you very quickly realize that it seems to be a building that is used as a storehouse for goods, a galley, and a mess.
Okay.
So like benches for sitting and eating in groups, a kind of like very simple kitchen scenario, like large like wood burning oven, a pot that sits over a fire pit that is kind of in the center of the area. You can see up a small opening in the roof where the smoke can go outward. And even like a very simple rope system to like open or close that.
Okay.
And as you look around the area, you can very quickly tell that aside from like cooking implements or very simple tin plates and wood cups, anything in the galley and storehouse, food-wise, seems to be gone. Y'all can give me an investigation check to pick up any certain details.
Does it look ransacked or just
That's
empty?
let's find out together.
15.
5.
Okay.
Team?
He
So-
rolled a 6.
Beautiful. So yeah, Wolfric, your mind immediately, from part of your background and just kind of your first thought is, oh, this place was ransacked. Like
Yeah.
someone like came in, took all the stuff, and left.
Yeah, somebody
But-
raided the place.
Yeah, Solwyn, you, however, start as you get closer to inspect some of like the burlap sacks and other containers, see long like claw marks in places and other things and bite marks where you quickly pick up that the things that did ransack this place seem to be animals, like
Okay.
breaking into things, grabbing stuff, eating it. If you had to guess, bear?
Mm-hmm. They didn't raise their food. Looks like bears got in here.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe those are claw marks and bite marks. Like people didn't do that.
In Hofmir,
Well,
the building,
haven't been
you
here
were
a while.
entering the larger cabin, correct?
Yeah.
Let me find a thing. Don't even worry about it. Okay.
Okay, good.
As you
I
enter,
wasn't worried about it.
Every time you say that, I do worry about it.
I was trying to tell him that earlier today. He's just like, well, just deafen yourself.
yeah, just mute me if you don't want to hear things that worry you. Ragnan, as you approach, you notice a place where the snow has piled a little bit higher on the left side of the door.
Someone might be in there. So.
Oh,
be
wait, I'm
ready.
sorry. I didn't mean. I apologize. I didn't mean Ragnan. I meant Hofmir. The note I made is in a inopportune spot. Hofmir notices this with his passive perception of 17.
I'll point it out to Ragnan.
And then it will say the exact same thing.
Okay. So as you,
Perhaps.
so do y'all open the door and go in, or
Sword, main sword out and
okay?
open the door.
You pull open the door, and what you see seems to be a barracks, a living area, a place with beds with thick blankets and furs piled on top, shelves with what seem to be just like small personal effects that you would have, some light equipment, things that you would keep in near your living quarters rather than, like maybe bigger or municipal tools that you would store in like a storehouse or something. And give me an investigation check.
Sure. Can I just assist?
Sure.
Okay, so I'll give you advantage because I'm stupid.
Good, because I rolled a 4 on my first die and a 17 on the second one.
Okay. Hofmir, you very quickly, like almost immediately noticed, kind of nestled between, like on the floor, next to a bed and like a little footlocker, a body.
That's not good. I'm gonna like draw my sword and be on guard.
Okay. As
Did you find something? I'll pull out my other sword.
Yeah.
And I'll point it out to him.
Yeah, the body you find is cold. Looks like it's been partially eaten at. But you notice very quickly a knife in one hand and what seems to be self-inflicted wounds.
Can I take a look at the knife?
It, sure. It has a thick, congealed, dark, almost black substance on it.
Can I do a medicine check, perhaps?
Sure.
Like a brief autopsy?
Yeah.
Well,
20
he's. Oh, sorry.
Go, Redbeard. What'd you get?
23.
You can kind of tell based on the fact of the hand the knife is in and where the injuries are. These are very, like, clean, self-inflicted wounds on the upper forearm or the lower forearm. This person would have died very painfully, as the temperature would not have allowed for quick and easy blood flow.
Okay, and what about the bites?
They seem to be small, verminous creatures, weasels, rats, mayhaps. Whatever got to this seems to be something that doesn't mind eating older left bodies.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't a. It's a posthumous.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as
Gotcha.
where the cold congealed blood is seems to be where the self-inflicted wounds are. All the other spots don't seem to have like lots of blood flow,
Got it.
if really any out of them, other than meat being red.
I'm just gonna point to the wounds and the knife and say, self-inflicted. It seems.
Can I tell what the knife is made of, or does it look like it's made of anything other than just normal?
Just normal
iron.
Just normal iron.
Okay.
Like it looks like a knife, not like a fancy dagger. It looks like a utilitarian tool.
Oh, okay.
What about does the person look starved at all?
They do look quite gaunt.
Perhaps they had run out of supplies and decided to take their own life.
Oh, could we tell what killed him? Was it the knife wounds or was it the bites? I'm assuming the bites are like
He
small.
said the knife wound.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misheard.
And then I said it in character.
Oh, my bad. My bad. That's odd. It still seems like someone was here recently with the snow piled up like that. I guess there's more to check around here. Is there more in this building, or have we kind of...
There are, again, small utilitarian tools, what seem to be personal effects, not thing of like extreme value, things that you could tell are of a sentimental nature.
Mm.
Um, uh, things to remind a person of home.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. As for further in the storehouse, again, there's things you would need to run a mess hall, and things to store things in, many broken, but otherwise their place seems to be again very void of people.
Let's meet with the others and see what the other buildings have.
Sounds good. It might not be good to be separated if something, well, I guess this was self-inflicted, but something still feels off.
Yeah.
How far is like the closest town or outpost?
Give
By foot.
1 moment to both look at my own map. Give me a survival.
24. I'm
Okay.
getting good rolls tonight.
Yeah, you are. You know,
I don't think I've rolled below 15.
by foot. By foot, the closest would be Wolfwater. To show you on the map, Wolfwater is here. Generally, y'all are kind of in this location. So Wolfwater, but even that would be upwards of like best case scenario with proper equipment, maybe even dog sleds or the equivalent thereof, animals pulling an overland sled. 2+ weeks.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, which, shifting over to the, people in the storehouse and mess hall, what you can tell was there would have been like the very kind of near tail end of like brought stuff, and then there seemed to be, you can definitely tell meats were cooked and jerked, and like local game was acquired, as you could tell by some of the traps that you saw on the way in.
Okay.
Being observant people. So at this point, have y'all kind of like left your respective buildings and like met up outside? Okay.
As I'm coming
I'm
out
ready.
of the large building, I would like to look around in the snow to see if I can find like tracks.
Give me an investigation or give me a survival or investigation check.
Okay. Modified 20
for investigation or
survival.
For survival, you don't see any tracks.
Okay.
Guessing by the fact that it is actually currently snowing and there is a solid, probably minimum 2.5 inches of snow, if not more.
Sure.
Many tracks are probably covered up very quickly. I would say that you can kind of tell where probably common paths were took,
Sure.
just which are kind of just beelined from building to building.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
What'd you guys find?
We found a man who seems to have killed himself, perhaps in throes of starvation.
Starvation. There was food.
No, perhaps there was another reason then. But it seemed as if he had self-inflicted knife wounds.
How long ago?
Redbeard, you would have guessed. Oh gosh, I don't know how corpses work. I'd say at least minimum 2 weeks, if not much longer.
But he said,
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, the food is gone, but it looks like it's been taken out by animals. And there's traps all over the place, which means they had access to food.
Could have been
Sorry,
afraid of something.
thinking on it longer, Redbeard, it probably actually would have been minimum 5 weeks.
"Oh, okay." Did
Sorry,
Lady
I
Mir
had to-
say give it any sort of time frame on?
She,
She did.
oh no, I already gave a time frame. Okay, get ready for some post hoc revisions.
It's fine. I'm not counting.
I am.
Obviously, I don't remember.
I remember.
We passed that day already.
I'm doing a different song.
It'll come again.
It will. And there'll be another video for it every year.
Looks
Apparently.
like I didn't write it down, so make your shit up.
Lady Mir said that she hadn't heard from the expedition in like 3 weeks, almost a month.
And then it's been about another week.
Yeah, which lines up with the idea in your if you wanted to play the numbers in your head of, oh, I haven't heard from them in X weeks. Send letter to Lord Friend calling in a favor. Y'all responding. Y'all going on ship. Y'all so yeah. The in your head the time does roughly work out. Okay.
What about you? What did you guys find?
Mess hall, kitchen, storage.
Let's look at these other buildings before we make any decisions.
Okay. Are y'all heading as a group somewhere, or are y'all splitting up again to go look at the things? The unexplored areas are a small rectangular building and a small cabin.
I'll head towards the small cabin.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's all check the cabin together.
Okay. Okay. As you all approach the cabin, let's see here. As you approach the cabin, as usual, Hofmir, you notice on the from the window, which is kind of blurred and soot-stained, snow piled up on the windowsill, and again, it's midday. You notice what seems to be maybe a light coming from the inside of this cabin. That's maybe not unusual. Again, these buildings seem to have these iron lanterns on the outside that has a magical glow to them. But you do notice it. And as you approach this small cabin, door closed, how would y'all like to proceed?
Guns blazing. Open the door with the sword out.
Okay, so Ragnan's approaching and opens the door. As you slowly push the door inward, Ragnan, you're met with what seems to be a small, comfortable living space, and as you enter, and then you very quickly notice, coming from the fireplace, a flickering light, and there seems to be someone sitting in front of it.
Are you okay? I don't want to make presumptions, but things don't look good here.
There's no response. Yeah.
I will approach sword in hand.
Okay.
And rations in the other.
Okay. Weapon in one hand, pulling out some pocket bacon into the other. What about the rest of y'all? Are y'all coming in or?
Yeah, back up.
Wolfric is actually going to stay outside and be on alert for an ambush.
Okay. What are you going in, Solon?
Yes.
Okay. So you approach as you approach the fireplace, Rogden. You give me a perception check.
Okay. I believe that's a 20. It is 19.
19. You notice that there's something weird about the light coming from the fireplace. It doesn't have that warmth that you would expect from a hearth. Or the way, and the light seems like it doesn't have that motion or flickering that you would expect of fire.
So it's maybe like well, maybe it's magic. It's not fire, probably.
Okay.
I will continue to approach. You said the guy's sitting there. Is he breathing?
The
guy in front of-
You can't tell. Their silhouette is shrouded by thick, heavy cloth and a hood, obscuring their head and face. So with just the thick layers that seem to be on them, you don't notice any signs of haggard breathing or even or anything.
I guess I continue approaching. Can I see the hearth, or is it too obscured?
It's too obscured.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep approaching with sword and rations.
Okay.
I'll approach from the other side.
Okay. As you get close enough, Ragnan, you suddenly see some movement, and you just hear a hollow inhale as the head turns. And as it does, you don't see a face, but instead, almost like a hooded lantern, a spotlight coming from the interior of the hood just shines immediately into your face, and you see a thick gloved hand reach up towards you. I would like everyone to please roll initiative.
Cool.
I have advantage on that now.
So do I.
Got a good roll.
I got a
I
13.
still got terrible rolls.
Also, I will say,
But I'm
as this
outside,
is
so,
happening,
Yeah.
Ragnan, you actually, let's see if you do notice. Or sorry, not Ragnan, Wolfric. Wolfric. I really just need to move y'all. Why did I put the two barbarians like right next to each other on my list of notes?
We're basically
you don't lose
the
them.
character.
Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay.
In my defense, I was actively
Yeah.
looking for an ambush.
Then give me a perception check.
It's not great. 12?
Okay. Noted. So far you don't see anything, and nothing is immediately catching you awares, but you are a seasoned warrior and are still very much on alert. Now, initiatives. 30 to 25. 30 to 25. 25 to 20.
22. Jackass.
I don't think we have anyone with a +6 modifier or higher.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyway,
Who takes improved initiative?
20 to 15.
Nope.
20 to 15. 15
Well.
to 10.
13.
Okay.
Well,
10 to 5.
8, motherfucker.
Wait. 5 to 0. Oh wait, what was yours, Solwyn? Did you say yours?
12.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
I said it twice.
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So
Sorry.
as this form, let's see here. Make sure I do this, and we'll get ourselves nice and zoomed in as we transition to the battle map.
Real quick, as we got off that airship, I definitely would have gotten a story in my head.
Oh, sure. Roll a d8.
Dos.
What
which
is dos?
2.
Because one of my horns were black.
Warrior.
Warrior. Okay.
Come
let's
out
see
and
here.
play.
James, have
Hey,
you
there's
seen
a
that?
movie reference.
I have seen that
seen
one.
You've
multiple
actually
times.
seen The Warriors?
I've seen it 3 times.
Wow. I'm
I've
proud
got-
of you, buddy.
I haven't seen that one.
Dude, we should watch The Warriors. It's awesome.
It's all right.
No.
Yeah, it's alright.
Let's see here.
It's like probably like a couple minutes too long
No.
Yeah.
overall.
There's things you could trim, but you know, I love it.
I fell asleep the first time we watched it.
You did. You fell asleep.
wait,
Because
I
like nothing happens for like the middle 30 minutes.
Oh, this one
I
works.
Yeah,
I think
you're
we
right.
watched it at your place at
Okay,
least once.
I got one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
as
'cause
you
Jeff
were
was over.
climbing off the ship, this and you your eyes caught Hofmir as he began walking towards the encampment into the woods. A bit of prose pops into your head. Be wary of the be wary of the sons of fire. Though they have shape and are in our service, their hearts are cold fire and law, and their bodies are hammers for shattering the weak.
So what does it do?
Yeah, what does this do?
Make a melee spell attack against the target as an attacking spectral warrior briefly appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the target before vanishing. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 2 rolls of my bardic inspiration die plus my charisma modifier.
Cool.
Yep.
So, Wolfric, as you hear the beginnings of a commotion coming from inside the cabin, out of your peripheral vision, doop. Let's see here. The cold white light from inside the lantern begins to shine brighter. And as it moves here, you see almost like a pseudopod of light reach out and try to make contact with you.
I don't like that phrase at all.
I dodge.
Let's see. Does a 15 hit your AC?
No, I dodged.
Oh, okay.
No, I got a 16 AC.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. It does that. And it has this.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. It then floats off in a direction.
Okay.
It does provoke an attack of opportunity.
Cool. I hit it with my sword.
Cool. Try and hit it with your sword.
I got a 20 to hit it with my sword.
That hits.
Cool. I do 12 sword damage.
Okay. Is this a magical weapon?
Yeah, because it's my big magic sword.
Cool. Then you deal 12 slashing damage to it as it floats away upward and ascends to about 30 feet.
That could be a problem.
At which point, as you watch it go up from the other lantern,
Oh.
Stupid lanterns.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a number. But as you are like, you very quickly, wait a minute, one lantern, and as you turn, you see this glob of light heading at you, and you immediately duck. As it also flies over here and rises up into the sky 30 feet up. And Hofmir, it is your turn. And to make this clear, this entity is in this square.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blending in a little bit. All right. I'll guess I'll move in on the entity before me.
Okay. To about there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say that we had flanking in this or not? I can't
We
remember.
do have flanking.
Oh. Then I'll move into is the flanking square open?
That's occupied by the hearth itself.
Okay, then I'll
This-
move to that space so that
To
he can move.
allow for. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm just gonna do a longsword attack.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Ooh, still going strong. 23.
That definitely hits.
Oh, damage dice aren't as hot. 6.
Okay. 6 slashing damage.
6 slashing damage.
Okay.
Roll them in your hands so they warm up.
Ah.
Okay.
Second attack is an 18 to hit
That hits.
for 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action will just do an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Um, 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
All right, that is 7. Yeah, or sorry, 6. Bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. So just kind of move up while following through the momentum, take 2 slashes, and then kind of a shove with the
Okay.
off.
Double check. Coming in through the wall.
What?
Ew, no.
I don't want that.
Same.
Look, these things have a very, very crappy attack modifier, I need all the help I can get with advantage on flanking. Redbeard, I don't think a 17 does a 17 hit your AC?
I believe a 17 is made. So yes,
Okay.
unless I do shenanigans.
For you take 4 lightning damage as this thing just kind of flies into your back, and you just see these pale blue sparks arc off of it and into you.
Oof.
Rude.
At which point it is the Cold Light Walker's turn.
White walkers. Shit.
So,
Get the obsidian.
as
I
you
best I got a silver.
swing your sword into it, Redbeard, this glowing hood turns its gaze towards you. Could you please give me a Constitution saving throw?
Sure. 13?
The light under the hood intensifies, and the light.
This isn't a fire speller effect, is it?
It is not a fire spell. The bright light consumes your vision, and you are blinded.
I'll just have to fight in the dark.
As it then rises to meet Hofmir. No. No?
That is still.
Yeah, I'm just deciding which one of the two of you I want to attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to actually, yes, I am going to go with you because advantage.
Fair enough.
Double advantage.
Cocked. Does a 24 hit your AC?
It does.
Okay. For 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 13 cold damage as its touch, as it swings at you with these matted gloves. You immediately begin to see frost begin to just coat up from this thing's fingertips all the way up the forearm as a thin layer of ice forms on its arm as it bludgeons into you.
I don't like that.
Not
He
supposed
didn't
to
see
like
it anyways. He's blind.
Oh yeah, so I would have had advantage either way.
Oh, I thought that's why you had advantage.
No, it's
Flanking.
flanking with the will-o-wisp.
Oh, right.
As once again, a 24 hits your AC. For 5 bludgeoning damage. Ah! Well, that die's gone forever.
In the
Are we still do bloodied in this edition?
I don't know. Let's find out. 19 cold
We already
damage.
did.
19 cold damage as it puts its other hand on your throat, and you just feel your flesh burn and then go disturbingly numb.
Jesus. All right, I guess I shouldn't have held back.
Look,
That'll teach me.
yep.
You just did 50 damage to me.
Shit.
What?
You just did 50 damage to me in one round.
Dag, yo.
I'm at 7, by the way.
You should have killed it.
Shit.
Yeah, I was like, I'll give him a turn. We'll see what he can do. I'm not gonna go all out or anything.
So, from one of the other buildings, Wolfric, you see from one of the lanterns it go out as a light flickers out of it. As it darts your way, it moves in like a clockwise motion, and you swear you hear ghostly laughter come from it as it disappears.
Okay.
Ragnan, it is your turn.
I still get flanking even if he's blind, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I will move into flanking position,
Okay.
and then I will rage,
Okay.
and then I will destroy it with my longsword in two hands.
Okay.
That'd be a 22.
Hits.
Okay, that will be oh 6 slashing and 7 radiant damage.
I thought you were gonna destroy it.
I have another attack,
Okay.
and then 18.
Hits.
Okay, for 13 slashing. This isn't magic, but it is silver. I don't know if that matters.
Oh, it's sorry. Okay. Your attacks seem to deal normal damage.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
That was bonus action to rage and action to attack twice. I will drop the rations and pull out my other sword.
Okay.
I guess he's not hungry.
Solwyn, it is your turn.
Woohoo! Okay. So.
Oh wait, y'all can see that. Never mind. Ignore that.
I didn't see it.
I
Good.
saw it.
Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
So. Something came through a wall, but they're all over by the fireplace, right?
They're all over by the fireplace.
Okay, cool.
Or okay, there's. You are aware of these two entities by the fireplace. Yeah.
Yes. Is there an unoccupied space next to the big bad?
Yes, there is. It'd be
Right
right
there?
about there. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to holler at it and tell it that it needs to be wary of the Sons of Fire. And my warrior is gonna pop up.
Cool. I can go grab a token for that real quick. One moment. But go ahead and do
Not
your
great.
attack roll stuff.
Plus, where's my spells? It's only a 13 to hit.
That will hit.
Holy shit! Okay. Did I say how many D8 did I say it was?
I think 2.
You said it. I believe
Two
you
or
said 2 of
three?
your bardic dice.
Yep. Okay. 7 plus
Okay.
my charisma modifier.
And does it stick around or does it immediately like disappear?
I think it's just the one.
Oh, okay.
7, 4. It's 11 points of damage.
Okay.
It's definitely magical.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, this armored suit appears in a small, like, thin, ghostly flame. It draws a sword wreathed in flickering flames, and it strikes. And even though you see just the ghostly sword move through, you immediately see like a crunching slash follow. And then it says, does the ability say it disappears?
It doesn't say it continues, so I assume it's one and done.
Okay. We'll say it disappears, and if you find a thing that says, "Oh, it sticks around, and I get to keep doing the thing," then it'll reappear.
And then as a bonus action, I will holler at Hofmir and be like, My future sense is tingling. You need to hit that thing harder. Yep.
And giving them a bardic inspiration, or
Yes, please.
okay. Redbeard, you get a D8 to any D20 roll of your choice.
Yay.
And I'm actually going to. I would like to move behind that table.
Behind the table, so over here.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Farther away, please. I don't want to be near it.
Like staying in the room, but as far away as possible.
Yeah, I still want to have eyes on it.
You still have eyes on it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Wolfric, it is your turn.
Okay. So, Wolfric's gonna spin, turn, open the door, step inside, slam the door behind him.
Okay.
Guys, we got ghosts out there.
We got ghosts in here.
Yeah.
In here.
Oh shit. Rage and charge at it with his sword.
Okay. What is your speed, Wolfric?
40? Yeah, 40.
You can definitely get in there as you just like arm over the chair and like here-ish, there-ish.
Yeah, hereish.
Okay. Yeah, so in
Recklessly
theory,
attacking.
preventing it from being able to escape easily.
Yeah. Recklessly attacking with rage.
Rage! Yeah.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Ooh. Lame. Snake eyes. Had to happen eventually. So that's going to be 7 damage.
Okay.
And then the lightning from my rage is a dex save.
Okay. It rolled a natural 19.
Okay, so it's going to take half damage. Yeah. 1.
Okay. Anything else, Wolfric?
That. Oh yeah, I have an extra attack.
Oh yes, yes, you do have 2 attacks.
I forget that I have 2 attacks.
Hit. Hit very hard.
That's going to be 25.
That hits.
Cool. Snake eyes again for another
Oof.
7 damage.
Oh, damn.
Oofa doofa. That's
I mean,
that's
I still
unfortunate.
did 15 damage.
Okay.
I know, but Snake Eye sucks.
Yeah.
Always.
It does. Anything else?
No, sir.
Coming through a wall,
Nope.
so when you hear a faint bit of laughter.
Nope.
Does a
Oh,
21 hit your AC?
Yes.
What the audience needs to know is that earlier today, Philip's like, I haven't even gotten you guys down to 0 health. I just started fucking you guys over more.
I felt like all of my encounters thus far were ended very summarily with not the greatest amount of effort on y'all's part, and I want to make y'all feel in danger.
Most combats end
I'm
in
in
like 3
danger.
rounds. Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Yeah. Solwyn, as this thing makes contact with you, as arcs of electricity go off of it into you, you take 13 lightning damage.
Alright.
As another one floats into the room and disappears.
No.
I don't like that.
Hofmir, it is your turn. You are blinded.
I'm aware. All right. Well, let's make a shot with the bardic die.
Okay. So you do have advantage because you are flanking, which takes away the disadvantage of blind. So right now you're rolling flat.
Okay.
and you can use the bardic thing after you roll. So
Let's make a roll. Oh, that's a 20.
Like a nat 20.
yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 2d. Or sorry, one of them's maximized. That's
Yeah.
So that's 13 plus another 8. So that's 21 slashing damage.
21 slashing damage? Okay. So as you stand there, quickly calming yourself as you realize you're blind, you've done intuition training before, and you wait, and then as you can hear it, the audible, as it comes your way, you lunge with your sword into the light, into the hood is what the others see, and you all hear the very distinct cracking of bone.
Nice.
Hofmir, it is still your turn.
Second attack is a 17
That hits.
for 7 more slashing damage.
Okay. This thing is starting to look very hurt. You don't know that, but everyone else does.
Oh, really? Is it?
Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bonus action to spend a key point and disengage back southeast and then east. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. What's your speed? Or rather, how far do you want to go?
Just the 2 squares.
Oh, okay, so 1, 2.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my action surge.
Ooh. Okay.
And I'm going to produce flame and throw it at the wisp.
Okay. Make an attack with disadvantage.
All right. Now I'm going to use my bardic die. Okay. So I got a 18.
18.
Nice.
I mean, you are blind. You throw this bolt hoping to hit your target, and Ragnan and Wolfric see this bolt of fire just barely miss this weaving and bobbing globule of light.
Oh fuck.
Jeez. All right.
Oh,
You missed
no.
on an 18.
Guess so.
We're fucked.
That's all I can do.
My average roll is an 18. Oh no.
I mean,
All
my
right, well.
16.
Hofmir, you hear the laughing get closer.
Wonderful. I'm in danger.
But a 14, I believe, does not hit your AC,
It does not.
even with advantage. Wait a minute. Yeah, that was that one. So now we're over
Oh, wait.
here.
What was there a continued save on the blind, or
As the and as it misses you, your vision comes back, and you as the room begins to fade in, and this globule of light is just floating close to you, and the room comes back in to focus. Let's see here. Let's start with I mean,
oh damn
yeah,
it,
let's just do it.
my attack would have been 1 more actually.
Oof.
Produce flame, because I have a +7, not a +6 on that.
Ah. Go ahead and roll damage. Nothing else has happened.
Oh, that would have hit.
You saying it would have been a 19 and not an 18?
Correct.
Yes, that hits.
Oh. Yay. Okay, so it's 8.
8
Fire
damage. It seems to resist it.
Okay. Wasn't sure if this was made of cold flame or something silly like that.
You hear, so it still has that very ghostly, almost childlike laugh, and as it kind of like flickers from the fire hitting it, it sounds like a painful laugh, and it is incredibly unsettling.
I'm unsettled.
Well, I gotta pick one of you. Hofmir. Or no.
I was like, come on!
Yeah. I know. I just wanted to make you squirm real quick. Sorry.
No, you just forgot our names again. Is all.
No, I didn't. You have no proof. Ragnar, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, all of us your worshippers are like the exact same.
Yep, exact same.
That would be a 14, because I'm bad at role-playing games.
As the hood turns your way, and a surge of light as this cone hits your face, and the entire room fades away. You are blinded.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got a new thing. If I fail a saving throw while I'm raging, I could re-roll it.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll it.
Ooh.
I must take the result.
How did you get that?
That is fanatical focus. It's
Oh, okay.
Zealot.
I got an 8.
You are blinded.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You blinded yourself with your own light in trying to resist.
Congratulations, you played yourself. Those of you who are not blind see it reach out to Rognan with its icy grip.
I did fail it originally, right? On
Yes.
14? Okay.
So at least you don't have to feel like you're really fucked up.
Yep.
Well, I can only do it if I fail.
Oh, right,
so.
advantage.
Got it.
Cocked. There we go. Does a 20 hit your AC?
Me? Yeah.
You take... where'd those dice go? Here they are, hiding in the
Anyone?
corner. Oof. 17 bludgeoning damage?
Okay, so that's 9.
And
Got it.
then... 14 cold damage.
7.
It... And then... Oh, that's laughable. Okay. So, yeah, it reaches out and grabs you, and you just instinctively raise your arm to block what you think is going to be a second blow, and you are correct as you knock a limb that was coming in from the right out of your way. Is that one? Wait, where is this one?
We defeated it.
Oh, no, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, man.
We undefeated it.
We're that powerful.
Yep.
We wield the powers of
I
destruction
killed
and
it for
creation.
life.
I got my Dragon Con badge for this year.
Actually,
It's kind of neat.
has just enough.
For the year that never happened.
Yeah, they sent badges to everyone that had already paid for it.
Yeah.
And they transferred the membership, so.
Actually, no, it wouldn't be able to get there. It can only get that far. As it attempts to hit Wulfric. Does a 19 hit your AC, Wulfric?
Yes.
As you take...
Two.
4 lightning damage, which, as I recall from your racial resistance, goes down to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the best at guessing.
Totally just undone by that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just
Ragn-
glad that I resist all this big bad's
Yeah.
energy damage. Or
Uh,
all of his damage.
Ragnan, it's your turn.
I had something about Seer, but I don't remember, so I'm just gonna attack it. Recklessly, because I already have disadvantage. Things already have advantage against me. So,
Yeah. Yeah, you need to attack recklessly if you want to attack normally.
that would be a 23
Hits.
for plus 6 is 14 slashing and 5 radiant. The whole
Okay.
non-magic but silver. And then second attack is 11.
You miss.
Okay, and
As
then
your blind swing goes far too wide, as you've kind of like lost your orientation of your mental orientation of the room.
okay, and then my offhand, 12.
Miss.
All right, well, that's it.
Okay. Solwyn, it is your turn. You have a ghostly laughing ball of light next to you. I'm sure it's friendly.
Maybe it's friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just wants to give you a hug.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you could try hugging it.
I don't think so. Oh, shit. Sorry. I'm taking real damage in real life. Alright. I saw one disappear in the middle of the room, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I take 2 steps away from the thing? I don't care if it swings at me.
Okay. Two to the south.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes its attack of opportunity. That's a crit.
Well,
Rude.
sorry.
I'm
Agreed.
only allowed to do those.
I could do them once in a while.
Did you
Or
just
did I?
max damage the shit out of me?
32 lightning damage.
Fucking hell.
I thought you said these guys didn't have much of an attack.
They don't have much of an
Bonus to
attack,
attack.
bonus. They only have a +4 to hit.
Anyway.
And then so we do a crit, so you max the dice
Yeah.
on 2d8, which is 16.
Yeah.
And then you toss the dice and you roll
2
double
more
eights.
Yeah.
Into-
Okay. Whatever. I move away. It's
Mhm.
fine. And then I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. Ooh.
It's 4x4 blocks. So the 4 blocks in front of me and the 4 blocks north make a square.
Yeah. And it was in that area. So it needs to make a save, or
Yes, it has to make a, I believe, dexterity saving throw.
dexterity saving throw
Uh-huh.
for each one.
Yeah, for anything that falls in that, but I think it might only be the one.
The first one got a nat 20 for a 29.
Fucking hell.
And the other one got a natural 17 for a 26.
Alright.
Philip rolled back-to-back crits there. Did anybody else hear that?
Well,
Philip, are you using pink sparkly?
I don't know where Pink Sparkly went. I'm actually very upset.
Oh.
I'm using her 2 backup dancers. I think she's in a pair of pants that I can't locate. I'm like 95% sure that's where she is. But yeah.
Oh, it could be worse, guys.
not much.
Not much.
And then my bonus, I'm gonna be like, Ragnan, hit it super hard, please.
Hit it very hard.
Ow! Think I saw the future and you win? I don't know. Someone's life flashed before my eyes.
As she's doing this, both of y'all and Solon, you're completely unaware of it. There's just like an involuntary muscle twitch from your like right shoulder and face is just like involuntarily twitching, and y'all swear y'all see just like a little bit of drool coming out of the corner of her mouth
Yeah.
as there's just like a twitch, involuntary muscle spasms are happening as this one little will-o-wisp just decided to. Wolfric, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna keep hitting the thing in front of me
Okay.
recklessly.
Recklessly.
Crit.
Okay.
Thank God. So that's 12
so that's
plus.
12 plus 5 is 17 plus.
Yes!
Finally,
Boxcars?
justice.
Boxcars.
Yes!
Yeah.
So
you got
31 damage.
Yeah, 31.
How would you like to do this?
Cool. I'm just gonna swing through and just cut right through that thing
Yeah.
and use the momentum of that to swing into the thing behind me.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Those are double 4s.
Oh, shit.
So I probably had a little too much momentum as I rolled a 12 to hit.
You go to swing around, and you realize that like your sword is lodged in this thing's corpse, and it just kind of like causes your blade to like drag low as you try to lift it.
Okay.
Swinging the body, and it kind of goes off into a tattered bit. The light faded out of it, leaving nothing but a bleached white skull on the inside. As a honestly just rags and bone just kind of scatter out in this cabin.
Cool. The thing next to me can go ahead and make a dex save.
Okay. That's cocked. 27.
Are we rounding down or up?
Down.
1 lightning damage.
1 lightning damage. It seems to giggle. Pleasantly.
That's me.
This. This one is going to move this way, provoking an attack of op for Wolfric.
Cool. That's going to be a 26.
That definitely hits.
That's going to be 16 damage.
It poofs into. It just straight poofs. Just.
Poof, poof. Cool. I'm pretty great.
Is this one. As it flies over the table.
Oh, now that the thing is dead, am I still blind?
You are still blinded.
Okay.
Whoops. Hoffmere, this will-o-wisp just floats in and crashes into you for 10 lightning damage.
All right, I'm unconscious.
Okay. Unconscious. Hoffmere, it is your turn. Could you please give me a death saving throw?
All right, I got a 10.
Okay. So that's 1 check mark. So number 3 is going to disappear. Then Ragnan, your vision comes back
Cool.
Number 4 comes in, and I don't think a 14 hits you, Solwyn.
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
I like to. Yeah, yes, I think that.
Yeah, you'd be wrong.
Okay. For 7 lightning damage.
Holy shit. I'm out.
Holy shit, dude.
Rodman,
didn't
it
notice
is your
that.
turn.
Shit. I'm gonna run. I tried to drag myself. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run over to the one next to Solwyn.
What's your speed?
40.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Would you like to be here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will recklessly attack it.
Recklessly attack it.
Ooh, thank goodness, because that was a natural 1. But this one is a 20.
That hits.
Woo!
That is cricket.
That would be 10 slashing and 6 radiant.
Okay. Your blade seems to partially not interact with its incorporeal form, but the light radiating from the blade seems to deal full damage.
Oh, the silver doesn't affect
No,
it?
silver does not affect it.
Okay, second attack is going to be... I can do math. 19.
That hits.
That would be 12 damage.
What's just slashing?
Just, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then offhand is 20.
It hits.
Okay, and that would be 3 damage.
Okay, which gets reduced to 1.
Action
Solwyn.
surge?
Okay.
I don't have action surge. I'm a level 7 barbarian.
Solwyn, it is your turn. Could you please give me a death saving throw?
We can't hear you.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
we did. Sorry.
11.
Yeah.
I said, Sam, did you mute us? He went, no. I said, are you sure?
Okay. Wolfric, it is your turn.
Cool. I am going to move over to the one next to me and attack it recklessly. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
14 damage.
Okay, and you have a magic weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll do it again. 19 to hit.
Hits.
$13 damage.
Okay. As it goes up into a puff. Okay. You still have. You used up 20
yeah.
feet of movement.
And I'll move next to the other one over there, and I'll lightning it.
Okay.
So it can...
It is immune.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It giggles. It tickles. It finds the. It's kind of like a kid when they touch the little like electrical globe thing. It's like, that tickles.
Yeah. Okay.
That will-o-wisp is dead. This will-o-wisp is no, not that one, not that one. Yeah, it was this one, because it moved over here as it reappears. Ow, fuckery, and. Does a 15 hit your AC, Wolfric?
Nope.
Okay. Hofmir.
3.
Oof. Okay. Then we're back up here. Um,
Sorry, I can't sword you guys to stability, or I would.
it's gonna.
You have
no, it's
potions.
I'm really angry right now with Seer's rage. So
So am I.
no, but like really angry.
Wolfric, you take 14 lightning damage, which, as I recall, gets reduced to 7.
Yep.
And then it's going to move over here.
Hey.
At which point, it is Ragnan's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna. Let's see. Is it possible to flank with the one on the left?
The left?
Yeah, just in
Like
general.
over
is it
here?
possible? Yeah.
It would be... you could, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You just,
I'm
like,
not going
shove
there
it-
yet.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to know.
Okay,
because I might-
okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna flank with the one next to me first.
Okay.
And then attack it. Could you move me up?
Oh, up here?
I'm gonna flank
Okay.
it. And then that's a 21
Hits?
for 5 radiant damage and 9 slashing.
Okay.
Still up. Okay. That would be another 21
That hits.
for 13 slashing damage.
Okay. It poofs.
Good. And then I will use my movement to flank with the other one.
Yeah, coming back around.
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
Misses.
Yeah, because these things have 19 AC.
Solwyn, it is your turn.
Woohoo! All right. Three.
Oof. 1 and 1. Wolfric,
Cool. I'm gonna swing at it with my sword.
your sword
My sword. 19.
hits.
That's 11
Okay.
magical slashing damage.
Yep.
And that's a 21.
Definitely hits.
12.
Okay. It poofs.
Cool. Did I kill every enemy in this encounter?
No, I killed one just before you did.
Oh, okay.
But you killed the biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really
Still
have a
the best.
choice.
I softened it.
Yep.
At which point we come back around to Hofmir for a death saving throw.
5.
Okay. Ragnan, it is your turn.
I end my rage, I pull out a health potion, and I administer it to Hofmir.
Okay. So 2d4 plus 4.
No, just right. Oh, yeah, right. Regular ones are 2d4. That would be 7. Wait, 2d4 plus 2, right?
I thought it was 2d4 plus 4.
I always remembered it being magic missile healing.
Well, magic missiles plus 1, so that doesn't
Right.
skip.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
So yeah, 7 hit points.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking of the greater, which is, yeah. Okay, so yeah, 2d4 plus 2. Solwyn, death saving throw, please.
It was your fault that I died last time. Oh, I'm fucking dead.
I have you on a pass, a fail, and another fail.
Except that it was a nat 1.
Oh,
You got what you wanted, Philip.
Congratulations.
you'll know, Philip.
Congratulations, Philip.
Philip.
there is.
Killed the bard.
Yeah.
You killed the bard, buddy.
The one person who
Congratulations.
could bring someone back from the dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes the dice fall that way.
Yep.
Wow.
They do.
Well, good show, guys.
Yeah. We still have an hour.
Yep.
How did
We
that
may
ring work?
need. Huh?
How did that ring work?
It gives advantage on death saving throws, but you need to attune to it.
Wait, who was wearing it?
I am.
Why? I thought we were gonna give it to her.
It's too
Let me
late
double-
now.
I mean,
That
I'm definitely not attuned to it.
That was my suggestion from the beginning, and I thought you were wearing it.
I
the
thought
whole
I
time,
agreed with
but-
that suggestion too.
That's fine. It didn't wind up on my
Yeah.
person.
I know it isn't. I just thought it was.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm just glad to have someone that's now responsible for this that isn't me.
Still your fault.
Nope, not anymore. Y'all didn't properly distribute the loot.
we did. I said I was taking it because I was going to be a frontline fighter that had low AC.
Yes, and I backed your play on that because I remember saying it's much smarter to have a frontline guy with it than a backline person whose job it is to bring you back.
So
I
as
wholeheartedly would disagree with that.
I
but-
imagine Wolfric pulls out a health potion to an attempt to administer it to Solwyn. You
Yep.
find her unreceptive. The body lying limp. All of you can just hear the faint echoing of that
That's just
laughter coming through the
Fucking
cabin.
rude. When you die on D&D Beyond, it says dead.
like like Dark Souls.
You're dead.
It's just
Thanks,
dead
Obama.
in front of your name.
Oh, that's so Oh,
Oh,
wow. Oh, it
no.
puts it up in your name.
By your name.
Wow. That's yeah,
That's
you're
funny.
right. That's just so rude.
I gotta
Screw you,
kill a
D&D
character really
Beyond.
quick.
Like just the rudest. Just ever so rude. Like who would do that to a person?
Who would kill a character like that?
Yeah.
And then like mock them with their own name like that.
And then be like, it
I
wasn't
also
my
blame
fault.
the frontline fighters for not backing up the caster.
I tried.
No, you guys were both just up there fighting the whole time.
Look.
I was fighting there one round. The next round I was next to her, but she was already unconscious.
I was in character.
No, I mean that both of you were on the big bad instead of somebody protecting her.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's not
fine.
me.
It's fine.
I mean that's what I was trying to do, but I got knocked out after 2 turns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
And I was going to revive you, but then I also went.
That was a really, really grody crit.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
like, don't get me wrong. I also like to play fast and loose with attacks of opportunity. Like, I'm just willing to do that as a player.
Yeah. Same.
And yeah,
I mean
that
that's
was...
what on my turn. That's what I was gonna do right before you knocked me down. Is I was gonna take attacks of op to go over there and
Yeah.
just like
um.
be in the way between her and things.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so the three of you now only not maybe an hour or two into this camp have already find yourselves in dire straits. You're just kind of all left there in like silence.
Hoffmeyer like is like distraught. Like he's not speaking.
But it's more visually apparent than his normal stoic self, would you say, or is he just?
Yeah. Like is just like in shock.
Wolfric's gonna go outside and look for their lumber pile.
Rognan is digging through
Like-
Solon's bag to look for something to fix it.
Like in a desperate, frantic nature.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's anything equivalent to CPR, then Hofmir's probably trying.
There are things, especially when you see like you're just kind of confused because aside from like some you at first you're like what could have happened because there's not in the normal manner of combat of bruises or lacerations, and then you just find this horrid blistered skin on their back from a wound you didn't see them take. As this like radial, like arcing burns are just like from the middle of their back radiating out. There's a very disquieting twitch of the right fingers.
Yeah, Wolfric's getting lumber and putting a funeral pyre together. He's watched enough people die that
Yeah.
he's just kind of, we don't have time to do anything else.
So, Ragnan, you're going through things. There's health potions. You find, actually, I can pull up Solon's equipment sheet. There's
Is this
just
character to die?
not really much there. As you start just pulling things out of her bag of holding.
My crystal ball goes rolling across the floor.
Yeah, just
Wait.
in the corner. What?
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
That is what I was imagining when I was looking for it, or when I said I was searching the tiers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
Well,
there's
you
a
have to
way.
actually be able to cast the spell. It
I
just
don't know
would-
if there's a way to use that in my ring and like force it to work. But Rognan's gonna give it a try.
Sorry, say that one more time, James.
So she has those tiers of
Yeah.
something, and I have my saving grace ring, and like Rognan's gonna like try and force something to work with those.
Give me a medicine or religion check.
I'm religious. He's gonna rage while doing it. Since it's since he evokes Seer, yeah.
Okay.
Does that actually give you a mechanical advantage?
No,
Oh.
it doesn't. So that's I'm gonna use my inspiration, my bardic inspiration from Sylwyn.
Does I hate to say it. Does that stick around after you go unconscious?
It does. It's not an effect.
Okay,
that
I wasn't
she-
sure.
Which rolled an 8, so that is a total of 25.
Oh, the overlay just updated.
Dead.
Dead out of 51.
What kind of monster?
Rude.
Oh man, I really need to actually fix Catherine's name. It doesn't fit in the thing anymore.
Do you guys not notice that?
I noticed.
So, Ragnan, you have these two things. You know they're meant to stave off death, but you don't know. You don't know if, and you don't think there is a way to utilize these two things to pull someone back. Not in any manner you know.
That was a 25. It was so good.
It was very good, but unfortunately, these magic items do not do what you want them, no matter how hard you wish, and no matter how angry you get. There's just nothing.
Uh, and the rage doesn't last too long.
No. 6 seconds, in fact. Wolfric, you, of all the supplies lacking in this place, there doesn't seem to be a shortage of firewood. You're able to pull something together. This is a ritual that, or a rite that you're pretty familiar with.
Yeah.
And it takes you. It probably doesn't take you more than an hour
That's what I was
to
thinking. Yeah.
start putting out like a vaguely Solwyn sized pyre.
Yeah.
To which you look to the mountain as you are in the shadow of Pyre's Peak.
Sorry.
I don't remember. Are funeral pyres a thing with Seer?
Yes, in the north in general, pyres are the ancestral traditional means of burying the dead. The idea of as they burn and as their body is essentially turned to ash, it is sent into the ether through the veil into the god of the dead box domain, where as what's the word I'm looking for? Myth and religion states, she will be broken down, and all of her goodness, every positive trait that comes to mind when you think Solwyn, will be reused and put back into the world across the various newborn Afari. Is the very much the very heavy majority belief of what happens to you when you die. Not many religions have a concept of a bad place. In as a major part of the cycle of life and death for Afari. Hofmir, are you anything else as you just kind of are very
He'll just kind of be wondering, or sorry, muttering like, I should have been there for her. Should have protected her. Why? He's gonna turn and look at Ragnar in like anger. Why did you get me and not her?
Oh no.
You had been down longer. I wasn't sure.
My life doesn't matter. The Afari must be protected. You should know this if you know anything.
Ragnar just kind of like looks away, like kind of ashamed. I thought she was gonna be okay. Like, I thought we had more time.
There's never enough time. And then he's just gonna walk out to help Wolfric.
okay.
Ragnar's gonna like tear through this place and see if he can find anything at all. Like,
Give me an investigation check.
oh boy.
Or perception, as you're tearing through things rather than just carefully going through them. I'll allow either.
Okay. That would be a 22.
22. Okay. So as you just start going through this place, you very quickly find a side room that's off of this main area that seems to just be an office space. There's papers everywhere, maps, 2 or 3 maps are on a wall. Um, uh, there's journals with writing in them. And as I imagine, you just like are sweeping through things looking for something of use, right?
Yep.
Those kind of all go, I guess, scattered about. And then you find a drawer in the desk, and as you just like rip it open, almost like yanking it and breaking its internal mechanisms, you see what seems to be a roughly 1.5-foot iron rod, a spiral engraving in it with runes in the spaces between the spiral, and a small wooden lockbox.
The runes, are they in Celestial?
They are not.
Okay. I'm gonna tear that lockbox open.
I say a lockbox. There is no actual padlock on it.
Okay.
You pick it up, slam it on the desk, throw the lid open, and there's just coin. In like little subdivider, two subdividers, just stacks of silver coins in another section, golden coins, and then neatly stacked are bars of copper. And this box, as you hefted it up, was a decent weight as you put it on there. And there's like 40 bars of copper. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, is that how the math works? Yeah, that math works. 40 slim bars of seemingly solid copper.
I ignore it. I take the rod.
Okay.
And I go outside and start trying to activate it on someone.
Okay, let's wildly use a magic item.
It always works out well.
She can't get more dead.
You'd be surprised. I didn't really pay attention to these lines of text on these creatures y'all thought, because I didn't think they would matter. Both have the potential to prevent bodies from coming up.
Okay,
Anyway.
So she isn't gonna be a zombie. Cool.
Welcome to next episode where we're fighting an army of dead Solwins.
Don't tempt me
Not a
with a
zombie.
good time. Don't
just
threaten me with a good
evil
time.
Soul winds from other dimensions.
You don't know those exist yet.
Yet.
We will soon.
Let's see. Special features. Give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay. 2. Rognan's determined, not smart.
Yep.
You feel as you're just trying to figure out how this thing works, and in frustration you just wave it around, and then you suddenly feel it like a surge, almost like go into you from it into your hand into your forearm, and for like a split second it's like your arm fell asleep, like that weird internal uncomfortable tingling, and nothing seems to have worked, or have happened. Whereas Hafmir, with your passive perception of 17, and even Wolfric with your passive perception of 14, there's smoke coming out of Ragnan's ears.
This is a rod of wonder.
He's really not taking it well.
And
I'm just gonna like storm back in
But-
and be like,
no, he's like, he went outside.
oh, okay.
I was trying.
Which,
I was trying to use it on her body.
but as
I
the feeling fades, Ragnan, the wand seems to have done absolutely nothing from your point of
Okay.
view.
I'm just gonna walk up to him, like stomping, like grab it out of his hand and be like, it's not enough. You have to get yourself killed too.
wasn't sure. Figured maybe they'd have something useful. We don't exactly have. Well, I guess we do have time, but I don't want to take the time to figure out if this thing will be
There-
helpful.
There are other dead bodies here. Don't you think they would have used something like this if that's what a device such as this did?
They're crazy and they killed themselves. Who knows? It's not worth it just to sit around and wait.
She's gone. We have to move on and complete the mission.
Can we wait on burning her body until we finish? Maybe we can find something.
If you want her to come back and we have to kill her again.
Was the creature we slew in there something returned?
It
Yeah,
didn't seem
we-
like it.
Possessed or returned. I mean,
Oh,
there was
sorry.
a skeleton in there.
Everyone, all three of you, because you are native to the region, can give me a religion check.
13.
That one.
Critical for 24.
Hafmir, you have definitely heard stories of the dead coming back, and seeing as Wolf sword threw it ragdoll across, you definitely saw picked up that this creature was just bones inside clothes.
Okay, I can't remember if I was conscious at that point.
You
or not.
didn't, but you are a perceptive person, and again, it went scattered ragdoll. There was no flesh.
Okay.
You have heard stories, often spoken quietly around a campfire, of those cursed with undeath, either through infernal forces, but this creature are cursed by a god. It is said, cursed by the goddess of winter. It is said that those prideful enough to not be wary of her and the winters she brings, those proud people who do not respect winter, who die in its cold grasp, are sent out into the world to be reminders of what happens to those who do not properly fear Narshir, goddess of winter. This was a cold light walker.
I agree with Rofric. I think we should complete our search here and burn any other bodies we find, including the one in the other cabin.
Let's get to work.
Okay. Upon aside from the one body you know of, you find one or two more outside the barracks under those piles of snow next to the doors. 3 bodies in total for this place, which seems like a very, very small number for the number of cots and beds you've seen.
Okay. What about the small
The shed one.
rectangular?
As you look in there, it's a tool shed. It is a further place to just store things, things that just needed to be like readily accessible. You find in it, again, very more kind of just like generic things, flasks of oil, for lanterns, lengths of rope, picks and shovels, things that would be useful for excavating, buckets, just normal everyday tool shed stuff.
I'm gonna load up some of it into the bag of holding.
Okay.
So just like a couple picks,
like a
shovel.
one, yeah, like a 1 or 2 of each kind of thing.
Yeah.
That fits into the bag easily. We can put some generic equipment in there.
I'm gonna put together a different pyre.
Okay.
For the other bodies.
Okay.
There don't seem to be.
I'll just. Oh, sorry. Sorry, you go, Chris.
There don't seem to be enough bodies for how many seem to have been living here. I don't think all of the expedition is here. Perhaps they've went off looking for heading back towards town or something.
That, or they found something else here, or they went off on an expedition and never came back, and these poor bastards waited for them.
I mean, our job is done at this point, right? We came here, we found out why they didn't respond.
Well, we
Indeed.
don't know why.
They died.
Part. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not gonna say anything. Y'all's job was to come out here, find the base site, and find out what happened to the expedition.
We should use a stone to perhaps contact Captain Harkin.
You might as
Maybe
well.
we can use the resources that the lady has to bring Solwyn back.
Maybe.
I don't care about the money. We can get that anytime. But she has a lot of resources.
What do you think, Wolfric? It seems
Harkin
risky.
down here first. We can talk to him if that's within Lady Mir's power, or if not, he can at least be here to help send her off.
Y'all did find the sending stone inside the bag of holding.
Yeah.
So how do we figure out what magic items do again?
Yeah. Or identify.
Yeah. Wait. Say again, Chris.
Experiment or identify.
You can, use them wildly. Harkin would have told Solwyn how to use the stone. Let me.
I feel like it wouldn't. I feel like there would be no reason for him not to show all of us.
Give me a. Everyone can give me a perception check or intelligence check.
9.
Perception.
15.
23.
Hafmir and Wolfric were paying attention enough to hear what the captain said,
I was definitely airsick.
Yeah.
or
I'll
already
kinda-
already partially down the ladder.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
One of the two.
Oh.
You weren't there or didn't hear
Yeah.
it. So a sending stone. Excuse me.
Can only be used once per day, right?
Sending stones come in pairs, with each smooth stone carved to match the other. While you touch, you can use an action to cast sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no creature bears the other stone, you know that fact as soon as you use the stone and don't cast the spell. Once sending is cast through the stone, they can't be used again until the next dawn. It is currently approximately 2 p.m., 3 p.m. It's kind of hard to get a read up here in the north.
Yeah. So I'll take the stone.
Actually, it would actually be getting dark actually rather quickly.
Yeah.
This time of the year.
I'll take.
And
the
how
stone.
long did we go from the?
It not very long. It again this camp was maybe only 600 feet from the tree line that y'all came in through. Plus, then maybe like y'all are 700 feet from the outside of this forest. And you just know that the Captain Harkin said he was going to find a place to dock the ship, and that if somewhere that he felt was safe.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll take the stone.
Oh, okay, sure.
And send
Okay.
Harkin.
What are you gonna send?
Camp is clear. All dead. Solwyn fell. Please, clear to dock.
Okay. You get a message back, just like a surprise, like we'll bring the Reliant around. Shouldn't be too long. And the connection is cut off.
Yeah.
You see the ship come into view over the dense tree line in maybe like not even half an hour. You see the lanterns and lights of the ship come into view. There's not enough room in this area for it to land, but it gets as low as it can, and immediately like 4 rope ladders come off, and Harkin is the first to disembark as he just kind of like goes down, and then once he's like 10 feet from the ground, he just hops off the ladder. What happened? Y'all were only gone for... And he just kind of sees the funeral pyres being that have been built, the piles of wood.
Everybody in the camp was dead. Cold light walkers and some kind of spirits.
Did y'all bring Solwyn outside, or is she still inside the cabin?
I'd say she's outside. I probably laid her on the pyre.
Yeah.
Ready to light it.
He immediately just like takes his hat off.
She fought well and died quickly.
She was a bright lass. I liked her.
Died quickly, that's for sure.
Would have. You could see a twinkle in her eye when she got on the ship. I liked that about her. Terrible things.
Doesn't the lady have some sort of resources that we could use? Bring her back? She doesn't have to die like this.
I mean, there's not much that would surprise is outside the lady's reach. If you want to bring her back to Oza, we can do that. It'll. You hear him just like yell um, up to the boat. Nasha, how many more days you have in ya? And you just hear like a call from the ship. Let me double check.
20 days.
I can maybe make it back, Captain, but it'll be tight. We have to leave right soon, though.
Great, let's do that. And if we have to come back, we'll come back. But I don't want to lose this opportunity. We figured out what happened. Everyone died.
Okay.
Is there?
Gods. Well then let's start getting her up. And you hear him like blow a pattern of whistles. You can hear some motion, people on the deck, and basically what is like the equivalent of like a pulley, a small pulley lift, something that would be used to get like crates or barrels
Yeah.
over
I'll lay
the
her on
edge
there
of a
and
ship
strap her in.
down. Let's get her up and find out let's see what the lady can do.
Let's
So,
go.
I have to tell you, it's a rare thing coming back. I wouldn't get your hopes up too far.
Did we find any before we leave here? Did we find any papers or documentation or anything, journals?
You haven't seen any of
I
that.
did. If anyone asked me about it, I did. I scattered them everywhere.
I'll probably say something to the effect of, we probably should have investigated what's happened here to inform the lady.
I found some papers that I can gather up. I'll go do that real quick.
Just start grabbing up as many of the papers as you can.
Yeah, and I'll grab that money chest thingy.
Okay.
And I guess any books in here.
There's
I'm illiterate. I know what the books titles would be, but
there don't really seem to be too many books. You find a small black leather journal on the desk, and then like in the drawer there were 2 other books. One seems to be it basically says interpretations of the divine, and another one seems to be a book titled Iron Kings of Old.
I'm just gonna like hold up a hand for it as Ragnar comes back out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just hand it all over, I guess.
It's a ton of papers that it took him a while to get all of these papers together, which I imagine are like sandwiched in the cover of some of the books. Yeah, between the book, but 3 books, 2 books and a journal book.
Sure, but in between 2 of the books, so that they're not.
Yeah, and it's a stack. Like it's a solid like 30 plus sheets of paper, 2 books and a journal on top. Those are able to be either put in the bag of holding or carried with up onto the ship. At this point, I imagine Wolfric and the captain and one other crewmate have gently moved Solwyn to be lifted up onto the ship.
I'll do that, and then I'm gonna step down, light the other pyre, and just so that someone should watch over their passing.
Yeah, and you do the like there. If you wanted to use some of the oil that you found in the thing, you would have been able to make this burn pretty quickly. The wood was kept dry, so that's not a problem. And if you wait for the full fire to go, it's a solid 5+ hours.
To watch the whole thing burn.
But just to make sure it completely catches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send them off respectfully.
Yeah, and you do so. A plume of smoke begins to waft up and is caught by the wind. Um, Everything that you want to take is able to be put up on top of the Reliance. Um, the captain has Solwyn's body moved to one of the like private bed chambers to be kept in, not
So it's not jostled around.
yeah. Well, I mean, mostly like we're not just gonna put her in cargo,
Yeah.
Right.
right? We're not. Yeah, just putting her with the boxes of and barrels of pickled preserved food.
If I have any, I mean, I do have herbalism kit and proficiency. If I can do any sort of preservation, I'll probably work on that as we get going on the ship.
Okay. There are things that you could do that, while not strictly preserving the body for any extended amount of time, you can you can stimmy the smell of rot
Sure.
that will take in the coming days. Um, and the Reliant begins heading unexpectedly westward once again. Um, a very dour tone takes over the ship, where there's just like a very pregnant silence for the first couple
She was pregnant.
of across the ship. And yeah, where do you think we were going to get the next Solwyn's new character?
Yeah.
Or Catherine's new
Time
character?
baby.
Time baby. No.
We just have to stick her on the Time Baby Island and then
yeah.
pull her back out, right?
Yeah.
But
Time baby dimension.
after a bit, after you've a good 30 minutes to 45 minutes, you can hear the captain basically singing a very sad dirge that very slowly begins to make its way through the ship.
Yeah, I'll join with them.
One
Is it the song of my people?
I was actually about to say a song the three of you probably have never heard before, and but from the context of of the lyrics themselves, you take to be an old southern sea shanty.
Rognan is kind of ignoring this and just reading Solwyn's, like, she made us aware that she was writing stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's reading through those.
You begin just going through pages, and some of them are actually. You know what, Catherine? Why am I saying this? You tell me what was in your things. Unless you want me to throw
No,
stuff
that's
in.
fine. Anything the boys have told me about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You each have your own entry, where I kind of try to beef it up a little, make you guys super heroic.
Finally tall.
Yeah. It's clear that I liked all of you. Harkin has an entry, of like being an air pirate. She doesn't know if he ever was, but she's making him one. But I mean, there's not a whole lot in there. She kind of just started her journey like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I would definitely say there's a writings of the adventure y'all were on before, and
Absolutely.
the expunging of this demonic cult that y'all had come across, and the slaying of a salamander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep reading through it, looking for the story she's writing, maybe the stories that have been coming to her. I don't know if we're aware of that part or not. And just like,
You'll see little excerpts every once in a while, and it'll just be like a story of a warrior,
Yeah.
a story of friends, and it's like little snippets, and she doesn't know, like they're really short, like 3 to 6 sentences.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um. Yeah.
But other than that, he's gonna put the ring on her and just kind of like shut himself away.
Okay. Is there anything of particular Hofmir or Wolfric wants to do on this 6-day flight?
No, he's
I'm
just
gonna
kind of gonna be on deck,
Mm-hmm.
doing his usual stuff. He routine.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna start.
yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, you go, Hofmir.
I'm just gonna start looking through the papers that we found and see if I can piece together what happened there.
Okay. Um. You start going through it all, and um, it takes you a good while as the papers aren't in order. You very quickly realize,
It happened.
and it takes you a while to get it, start piecing it together. Give me an intelligence, or an investigation check.
7.
It's you're not sure. Things are just very out of order. You feel like there might be maybe pieces missing. It's also, while the note taking is meticulous, you can definitely tell the person who wrote this is probably a bit scatterbrained, but like, okay, all of the bits make sense, and obviously probably whoever wrote them could make sense of it. It's not sure. It's a bunch of things of like traveling directions, uh sites validated, but you don't know what sites. It refers to marks on a map, and you're not sure if you have the right map or which map. There's 3 maps. 2 of them are marked, and you're just not really able to make sense of it today. Um, you can give me another one after 2 days of playing around with it.
Sure. Well, that's the only thing I have on my agenda.
Let me rephrase. You can make another investigation check after 2 days.
Okay, I wasn't sure how.
Yeah, sorry if
you
I
handled
didn't make
time.
that clear.
Okay, that one is an 18.
Okay. You realized that folded up in the back of one of the books was a map you didn't realize was there. Either it was there and you just didn't know about it. Maybe Ragnan, like when he was stacking it together, it slid in, and you're just not sure. But it was just a piece that you're now realizing, oh, this map. And as you're able to very slowly get the sheets and all the entries in order in the journal, it starts to kind of unfold that this is a log that seems to track about 8 months of journeying into the mountains, and how it only ever really says searching for the site, but it doesn't elaborate beyond that. About trekking into mountains and valley forests, and searching ravines. It mentions how 3 crew died out in the excursions, their bodies unrecoverable. Um, and while it does like say, we lost 3, it does say them by name, but you also kind of get a feel of the writing that it's kind of also left up to a such is the life of explorers. Like, we knew the risks going in. And then you get to the last entry that states that Um, uh, I believe we've found it. Deep in a deep in a canyon, there is a bridge. We set out to with gear tomorrow. I am excited. And
Am I able to correlate that
you
with
are
the
able
map?
to figure out where that is marked on the map.
Mhm.
Which kind of like as you figure out, it's like you have the like what you've figured out is the base camp, and it's just kind of like a radiating out of marks, like red X's and other and little like subscript letter number combinations to refer to different excursions and dates, and the idea that they were seem to have been looking for something and very slowly just moving out across the Call Mountains in search of it and thinking they may have found it. Again, not really referring to what it is, um, only really using language such as location, what we're looking for, or site. And you don't really get any details beyond that. And then along with it, there are the two books. If you want to, if anyone, yeah, if you wanted to take a look at that, one seems to be, it's almost like a celestial to common dictionary. Celestial, and even you know this, is a very abstract language. It is a very difficult language to parse.
But I know Celestial.
You do,
That's a
and you
friend.
can read the glyphs, but even still, you know, and you know this because you're fluent in Celestial, context is everything.
Right.
Where so you'll see that it's not like this combination of words means good morning. You have to see what the script is on, where it is, and know some of like the intent of the object. It's a very hard thing to get because you'll have a glyph that says sun, but depending on what it's on, where it is, and who wrote it, that glyph could extrapolate into a full sentence in common, but without that proper context, it's very difficult to translate. And these are like what scholars have done for it, trying to apply context to celestial that has been found in the past.
Okay.
The
So it's like part dictionary, part like history.
yeah,
book.
exactly. Again, it is said that there requires a a higher sense of self is needed to truly read celestial.
Hmm.
The other book seems to be it's thinner. It is seems to be an attempt to catalog the history of kings of old in the Call Mountain regions. Back before Brunelier and the loose confederation of city-states came together, the region was ruled by old kings of the Branier. And this was a very long time ago, and many of those histories are lost or are kept really almost solely in oral tradition. So this seems to be like someone attempted to collect oral um, categorizing in histories of the region. With your high investigation check, there are annotations in this book. Each one you pick up, because what was your investigation again? It was a 20 something,
18.
18. The parts that seem to have the densest bit of note are where and when they died.
Okay.
And that is what you're able to figure out over 4 days. The captain informs you that y'all will be at Oza in by the next morning. Is there anything else that y'all would have wanted to do, Wolfric or Ragman? Ragnan?
Nope,
Ragman.
Fragman.
Was there any celestial in the stuff he was reading, other than the translation stuff?
No.
Okay. No, unless asked, Ragnan does not do any, like, he stays shut in.
Yeah.
He has his rations and just stays away.
Yeah. I imagine occasionally any extra food is like left for you outside your door, but I assume you don't answer anyone's knockings.
No, I was actually staying in Selwyn's room.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they know where you are, but
Okay, yeah. I mean, I have my rations. Like, I don't even
right,
bother.
but yeah, it's people
They-
trying to be
yeah.
nice, and you are responding the way you want your character responds.
Yeah. No, they leave me the food, but I don't even
Yeah.
open the door.
Okay. So yeah, time passes, days go on, and it is late evening when you finally once more dock on the upper left shoulder of Oza, the great beast, just as magnificent as you left it. Again, you can see the dottings of lanterns and lights, and actually from y'all's approach, you would see the great burning prismatic flame from above the silver tower from this angle. It is huge and bright and really unmissable from this angle of approach. You can see lights dangling on the underside as well. And actually, your direction would take you under it. Not super close, as you're not supposed to get super close, but you can see hanging suspended bridges and wooden walkways that just interconnect buildings that hang like stalactites from underneath the creature. As you are then brought up to the side, you make dock. If y'all are beelining to Lady Mir's home, y'all are able to get there without really anything. Y'all still have a letter of purpose. Also, people are very uncomfortable with the dead, so they're not going to make any fuss and want you to get out of their way as soon as possible.
At some point, I would probably say to Wolfric, I don't know how responsive Ragnar is, but it seems that the expedition had gone on further to investigate something. I don't know how out of the way this journey back will put us, but I don't believe that Lady Mir will be satisfied with the results that we found.
I've been thinking the same thing. We'll see how this goes.
Ragnan is paying attention to what you're saying. He's just like he seems to have a purpose right now. Like he's very focused on where we're going. But he's listening to what you're saying.
We may need to head back out, perhaps with a different ship chartered if Nasha is not in a state to carry us.
You know, getting back as you got back to the docks, Nasha was at the stone at close proximity. You see Nasha is able to have some decent mobility around the ship, but on the last 2 to 3 days of the journey, she was up in it, eyes wide. You're pretty sure she was taking some extra meth
Extra
chocolate, and like the crew had actually like moved out like wood burning stoves to keep her warm, as she was just laser focused, eyes never leaving the rock.
Yeah. We'll see how this plays out.
So, based on your previous venture and journey, you know that if you wanted to leave again on this ship, it will probably take at least 3 days. before before Nosha's ready to weigh anchor. But yeah, y'all are able to maneuver through the city. I assume the Solwyn is kind of like being carried on like a stretcher, a set of cloth over her as not to be.
We don't want to be disrespectful.
Not only that, but you have to sometimes answer questions when you carry a body through the streets. Not all the time, but sometimes, in my experience.
Yeah, I don't. This is the metagame part of James that's like, we can just stick her in the bag of holding. But that's just the metagame part of James, and not the Ragnar.
Yeah, honestly though, just jumping off, I've had to answer more questions for carrying a grandfather clock through the streets than a body in D&D.
Sounds about right.
Grandfather clocks are expensive.
And also, I was a drow covered in blood with a half-orc.
I mean,
also covered in blood.
Attention.
Anyway, y'all are able to get to the estate. Again, just as before, 2 sentineled guards. They don't bat an eye. You barely see their eyes glance as you approach. They open the gate in perfect synchronization, and y'all are able to approach the grand entrance of House Mir, where upon you arriving just at the base of the steps, one of the 2 large double doors open, and there to greet you is shit. Where'd that piece of paper go?
Dilip.
No, it's.
I'm not helping. I'm dead.
I went back and found it once. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah. Revenge of the Note-Taker.
Screw you! I found my sheet of paper. Huric.
I was close.
Opens the door, and you can tell that they were about to move into what is probably a reflexive, overly practiced welcome, and then they observe you, and immediately...
We'd like an audience with the lady, please.
Yes, no, follow me. And they're, before very, what's the word? Very, self-confident air immediately shifts gears into, I'm going to be quiet and respectful and just do what y'all need, which is to be put in a room with Lady Mir, which y'all are at a slightly more hurried pace, you feel, than when you were first led through these magnificent halls. And you're led out to a part of the garden you hadn't been to before, on the eastern side, and it's just like a very quiet, nice sitting area, a fire pit in the middle, and cushioned steel benches around, and you seem to have just caught the lady enjoying the fresh night air. And she stands, and before she could have even seen you, you're 90% sure she is already just like in a very, you can feel that strangeness of her and that empathetic bond, and she is sorrowful. It's not her usual radiant charm. It's almost like she has dimmed.
Huh, she didn't hate me.
And she rises to greet each of you and just kind of like very respectfully bows, which is again an action you wouldn't expect from a person of their regality. that they are usually the one being bowed to.
We came to you requesting that you petition your resources in order to find a way to bring Solon back, even if it costs our payment. I assume.
It's... She's silent, which is, again, of almost, for the amount of time you've spent with her, off-putting. The words have always flowed from her with quickness and adeptness.
We do have this item, which
No.
is rumored to assist with such rituals.
Noah's
I
tears.
offer
Yeah,
the
she takes them and immediately recognizes what they are. Yes, this will help. As I check my Discord for the exact... I know it can be used in place of Revivify.
It said Raise Dead as well.
Or
And Raise Dead? Okay, that's what I couldn't remember if I also gave it Raise Dead.
Yep.
But such things take time and some preparation.
This happened 5 days ago.
I will see to the preparations, and we'll discuss more in the morning. You don't need to speak of what transpired if you don't want to, and anything regarding it can wait. You all look, if I'm to be perfectly honest, tired. Why don't you... it is late. Your rooms are, of course, available. Hurek will see you to them. And why don't you join me back here in the morning? And we'll discuss arrangements later.
I bow and take my leave.
Very well.
bow.
Yep.
The three of you are led away unless there is anything else you wanted to say or do in this moment.
Nope.
Nope, she responded exactly how I wanted.
Just put my body in the hot tub. It's fine.
You all leave.
We get it. We get it, Solwyn.
Hurek leads you to your rooms. Solwyn, your body is left alone with Lady Mir. She moves over, very gently bends down, and very carefully pulls back the cloth to expose all of you. And she gives you a very quiet look over, and then begins removing your clothes. Looking over the entirety of the body to see what happened, a very scrutinizing gaze.
Mm-hmm.
And as she very gently flips you over, and there's that just like radiating, arcing, zigzagging, now almost deflated, blistering, and burn marks. She very gently reaches over and touches and runs the fingers down her back, the scars that y'all had noticed earlier, and she winces a little bit. Well, and flips it over and does, and then she turns to the fire, which was its normal like orangish reddish burns, and it very slowly transitions to a bright, like solid pinkish white. And then that scene fades, and we'll find out what happens next time. As this was a hell of a thing.
Yeah, man.
This was a hell of a thing. This is the first time I've killed a player in D&D.
Really? I think this is my
Ever?
first death.
I think in D&D, I think so. I've never killed a player before.
I've died twice. on stream.
So what you're telling me is that I'm not the worst. I am not the
You are-
truest
Oh
villain.
wait, Philip,
You are-
your first Zeitgeist character died. I guess.
died. No, this is my first time as DM
Yeah.
Ah.
killing
This is-
a character.
This is my first.
I-
This is my first character death that wasn't like a one shot.
Yeah.
Where, like it was on purpose.
I've killed a character before when I killed Nikola Tesla with a vampire queen, but that was
Sure.
years ago.
This is my. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
that.
trying to think of how many character deaths I have been a part of, including
Yeah.
my own, and I think this is like my 5th.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Catherine's fine. One save, one fail. She'll just roll this. It doesn't matter. They pop a health potion in her. Win, bam, thank you, ma'am. We move on. I had a dangerous encounter and feel very happy with myself.
Murderer!
I'm like, I gave them Revivify. I gave them material components for Revivify. I
On the
gave you a ring that gives you
Did we?
advantage on death saving throws. The Nova's tears are, yeah, they can be used as a material component to substitute.
Yeah, but did we have any?
You had
was-
Nova's tears. Yeah, y'all are able
Yeah,
to.
but was someone able to cast Revivify?
No, because she can't cast Revivify on herself.
No, but I meant
Yes,
in
I have
general,
access.
Yes, she has access to it through her class features and spell list.
gotcha.
So
That's as high as I can go on the life saving spells.
Like-
but I fucking got it.
yeah, it's like, okay, Big Baddie's a cold creature. 2 people in this party are resistant to cold.
Yeah, I totally
Electric creature.
I totally slept on the ring not being given to Solwyn because I probably would have insisted on that harder
Yeah.
if I'd known.
Like,
Same.
I felt like I was really proud of this encounter. Like, I thought it was... Because I took Catherine's advice. Do
God,
the
I was
things,
so-
but then make all the HP maximum.
want to be here. Stay
I was
with
so
you.
pissed that you knocked me down that round because I literally was just gonna like take attacks of op and just interpose myself between her
Yeah.
and the other enemies and then
I
take a dodge action.
Got 2 really gross crits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that Wolfric didn't go in to Solwyn, since like me and Havmir were already next to the big dude.
It's what it
happens.
was, and
Yeah.
also like the honestly, the will-o'-the-wisps are more annoying than anything.
Yeah.
Like
Fun
they have a
fact, they do 36
They cause us
damage.
more damage. More
they have
trouble.
they have a +4 to hit, and their damage is a flat 2d8. And
doesn't matter.
I rolled a crit, and then I rolled max damage on the other half. Like
Yeah,
that
and on
was
average, they hit me and Solwyn like on an 11 plus.
They took half of my health.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they both got crits.
Well, and not just that, but
Yeah.
that the next hit that I took,
Mm-hmm.
you hit me for 7 damage. I had 6 health left.
Yeah. Which is about the average of 2d8. Like it and then a natural 1 on the death saving throw. Like
yeah. I
the-
just
the dice leaned in a direction
Yep.
and it was rough, and I was
feel,
like,
I feel super betrayed because this is the Scanlan die from
Mhm.
the Vox Machina D20s, which I own, and he fucked me. So
yeah, he fucked
Well,
a lot
that's
of
kind
things
of
from what I picked
Standard for a bard, so
I know it's fine.
yeah.
I'm gonna tweet Sam Riegel and tell him it's all his fault.
So on that
Hey, we
note,
brought-
what else we got going on? This
Yeah,
week?
what else is happening tonight? This is not where I thought this session was gonna go, but here we
I'm gonna
are.
play Minecraft Steve
But here we
tonight.
are.
Cool.
Minecraft
Oh.
Steve is in Super Smash Brothers today.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
That'll be cool. Chris, what do you got going on?
Let's see. We're going into the final chapter of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, I believe.
Awesome.
I don't know how much there is after you get like the last star or whatever. I honestly don't remember like 90% of this game. It turns out.
I think you have like a full like standard length or maybe longer than normal chapter. after you get the
So,
last thing.
so either 1 or 2 more episodes, I think. But
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to go to the drawing board.
You and I
Yeah.
are gonna have to chat.
I mean, honestly, in my head, it's actually not that. It's not gonna be that difficult to get y'all
Yeah.
back on track.
yeah,
Well, because I mean, this is gonna be kind of part of the box text. I feel like kind of happens afterwards. You have access to a skyship and you have a map of where to go.
yeah.
So,
I was assuming that the conversation was going to be like, we did the task, we found information, if we need to go out again pro bono, whatever. Like, I had that part of the conversation, like, planned already, and then it
Mhm.
just got skipped.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also like no hard feelings on James or your character, but I kind of loved that interaction.
That was it was
Oh, yeah.
happening. I had to mute myself not to
Oh.
ruin it.
That was good shit.
I
yeah.
was sitting
That's
here
well
going,
done.
That's what I
I'm
like
not
to see.
alive to stop it.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of I like inter-party conflict like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
I
No,
do.
it was a
That's the
really
shit I
good
live for.
response from
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Hoffmere.
literally the words you said, like the whole, like, I couldn't protect her or something like that, is exactly how Ragnan felt as well. Like,
Mhm.
that's his whole MO is like, I fight things so people that
I fight
are
for my friends.
right. I
You're
fight
Ike.
to protect people.
Yeah.
And-
No.
And
it-
Hoffmere is kind of a masochist that thinks that like it's better for him to get hurt than the fairy. So
yeah. Yeah.
Feel
Sorry.
fairy?
Afari, it depends on the regional dialect of how it's
no,
pronounced.
sorry.
Like aluminum and aluminium.
That one still doesn't make sense to me.
It's
There's extra letters.
because you're not refined.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Mhm.
Oh, right.
Catherine and I might be doing a Saturday stream. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
We might finally play Outlast or something else.
Depends on if I have to work because I called out of work today.
Also, next Monday, I'm gonna be running a little spooky D&D one shot, a little spooky silly one shot
Yep.
with
So-
Catherine and Chris and Philip and Bonnie. So it should be a lot of fun.
I'm
It might turn into a 2-shot, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
But super short,
Yeah.
condensed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
They're gonna
This
go
is
fight
weird.
something in the woods, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Hoofa doofa. Okay.
Good night,
Well.
everybody.
Good night,
Good night, everyone.